door.
How are you out of your cage?
Murray.
I gave you a stay of execution, and this is how you repay me.
Murray is coming.
Well, those flickering embers of clemency have gone cold.
There must be another way out of here.
That file is dead, and so help me, so are you when I get down there.
There must be something you can do.
Before we can look to the future, we must look to the one who will lead us there.
The slothful union man spends more time relaxing beneath the shade tree than sweating atop the scaffold. The working class heroes keep their heads down and their minds on the tasks that edify and advance the human race. The overseer secures the bonds between us all. Only let him serve, and you will be served in return. The civil engineer takes what is true, regardless of source, and puts it to use for safety and comfort. The monopolist unifies different industries under the banner of righteous service to promote the common good. The neighborly policeman gives the children time to settle down, maintaining law and order with rare discipline. Wisely, the politician shows that serving the people is the path to sane obedience.
Okay, let's get out of here before she shows up.
Yes, madam.
Come up, child. Take it easy on yourself. You know what they want. It's over. You're a rat in a cage.
I'll hold on to this.
The girl has found one of the banned books. The overseer has banned many books inside of Metamorphosis. As the poor librarian upstairs once said, it is better to ban a book than to burn it. Talk about taking lemons and making lemonade. I wonder if there are more books like this one lying around.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Nicely done. You are one cool customer. Now you have the Omni software update needed to access the library door. I have set a new waypoint to lead you back to the atrium. Before going back to the atrium, I recommend unlocking a few Omni abilities at this terminal.
Welcome to my domain. Care to purchase new abilities? Maybe there's applications on the map. Leaving so soon.
Censorship AI to be updated, expanded. Profanity. An assault on young and old alike. Now that has gone too far. You can have my right to privacy. You can have my booze and caffeine and chocolate. But when you take away my right to curse a blue streak, you leave me with nothing to say. For once, in my job, I am absolutely speechless.
Fake passports and foreign currency. The Overseer has an escape plan, even if the rest of us do not.
Mr. Treglazov, Vice Admiral Matthews of the Pacific Fleet.
Pacific? You're a long way from home, Admiral.
So are you, if I'm to believe the rumors. First time in Washington, sir?
Hardly. I was told General Karnofsky was heading up this project.
The general retired over the holidays. I'm overseeing now, from a military standpoint at least.
I see.
Apologies if I seem hurried. I have a meeting with the new superintendent of the Naval Academy at 1.
That's in 5 minutes.
Like I said.
Well, it's hardly enough time to pitch my vision.
So I've read over your evaluative study, and we've taken your recommendations into account.
Is this a joke to you?
Excuse me?
Your security, the security of your country, is at stake.
Now you listen here. I dedicate my life to the protection and security of the United States. If you think you have a better approach, we'll entertain it. But do not come in here and make threats.
I made no such thing.
And try to muscle some wildly expensive cryptographic software through the door.
You can pay today to prevent a catastrophe. Or you'll pay tomorrow to clean it up.
Okay, that's a threat. Right there. You get out of my office. Now. Hey, Dolores. Yes, lock the door behind him. I don't want to see Mr. Treglazov anywhere near this building again. You understand? What the hell? No, I'm here. No, he left, something on my desk. No, I don't think we need the bomb squad. It's a pin. It's just like a lapel pin.
A screwdriver. These are great for opening vents, but they are flimsy and will often break. Hopefully, there's more than one lying around.
Found a screwdriver. Heading to the vent. There goes the screwdriver. Get neutralized. Let's see what's on him. Nothing of interest.
The 8-bit aesthetic is all the rage, but this game's homage is more than skin deep. Cthulhu Saves the World is a humorous send-up of old-school role-playing games, casting the villainous character as the playable hero. Kids these days, with their candy sagas and clan clashing, could learn a thing or two from this one.
Can you access that? Can you hack? Is it open? Thanks. You found me a good spot. going in to pick his pockets. Nothing. Good thinking. I hope they can't see me here. The boys' side of the commissary. This is where wheat beats. Why are they spying on the boys? What's yours is mine. Let's see what's inside the box.
Pasternak, in the Soviet Union, wrote a book critical of the October Revolution. Can you think of anything more stupid? Beyond that, Zhivago and Laura cuckold a servant of the state, and Pasternak has the gall to ennoble their sin as a mystic union. The worst form of physical love, betrayal, is favored over the physical sacrifice of a soldier for his country. I despise freewheeling artists, librarian.
Though this email doesn't mention it, we all know it was the librarian that slipped those poisoned manifestos to the kids.
This is Central. Dangerous folks distributed the new allotment of tasers last night. With all the added precautions because of the arrival, they insisted they be stowed in the lockbox for safekeeping. Passcode is 4118. And watch your step. If you thought the old ones had a kick, you really don't want to be on the business end of one of these new models.
This is a Taser Model C2CW. It really packs a punch, and will render its target incapacitated for the night. Equip the Taser as you would any item in the girl's inventory.
I found a taser. Taser in hand. I've never been over here before. Or not a lot. The headmaster calls it separate spheres. Wonder if they feed us the same meals.
Such a display of finality is premature, don't you think?
Derringer doesn't think so. Either that kid's long gone or he's a skeleton in a wall somewhere. Either way, leaving his stuff laying around will only be a distraction.
And this is not. You want our words to focus on the arrival and not the poison in those manifestos, correct? Then perhaps such a public celebration of the boy's ability to elude us is counterproductive, no?
You found me a good spot.
Have a quiet night.
I'll search him. His pockets are empty.
Got my post secure.
I'll hold on to this. Okay, vent. The screwdriver snapped in half.
This old-school boombox is ideal for playing back any audio cassettes the girl finds. Zager was always inspired by uprisings. He hoped to inspire those inside Metamorphosis to rise up in similar fashion. Zager called this photo the perfect metaphor for our times. The first photograph Zager ever took. There's an interesting story behind it. He told of it in his version of the manifesto. Zager's altered manifesto was still a work in progress at the time of his death.
Zager here. I want to apologize for the recent radio silence, but lately there's been a special project occupying my time. See, I'm taking the old man's manifesto and I'm making a few changes. Treglazov may think his words are gospel, but I think he could use an editor. So I'm touching up those beautiful lies with a little ugly truth. All you've got to do is read between the lines. I gotta say, it's actually been easier than you might think. You can't swing a dead Prizrak without hitting a stack of manifestos in this place, so no shortage of raw materials. Oh, and if you're wondering about distribution, well, all I can say is there's a few sympathetic parties down here willing to scatter these new and improved copies around, like drugs on a schoolyard. Good luck rounding them all up, Derringer. Oh, and Treglazov, if you're listening, and let's be honest, you probably are, then know this. The damage is done. My marked up manifestos will soon go into circulation. They will be read. They'll be passed around. Eyes will be opened. Minds will be blown. And there will be no going back. You can't stuff the back in this Trojan horse. So happy reading. This is Zager saying to you, don't trust anybody. Not even me. Oh, but read my book.
I know this will surprise you, but buddy, this is my most rare game cartridge. Or could you even call Curiosity a game? It is more of a twisted experiment in human psychology. I'd like to think that I'm too cynical to get caught up in its impossibly simple gameplay. But I found myself tapping little squares until my fingers hurt. I know the game designer, Peter Molyneux, is laughing at me. Well, the joke is on him, because I had a blast tapping on those little squares.
Oh, God, this collar. Itchy, man. It's got me scratching like a flea-bitten dog in a patch of poison oak. Not to mention, I've got this clicking in my head that I just can't seem to shake. Bet you the overseer probably put a chip in my brain. Now it's malfunctioning. Figured forcing everyone to wear a collar wasn't enough, so he decides to tag us too. I have got an epic case of cabin fever. I think maybe I'm going crazy. Crazier than usual. I gotta get out of here. I tell you, my mind It's melting. It's dripping out of my ears. It's all this technology, this invisible energy. It's cutting right through me every second of the day. Wi-Fi is killing me, man. It's cutting me down slowly. There's no way to turn my brain off, and no way to keep this guy's gray matter a secret from his prying eyes, because he's psychic. No, don't say that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. He has 1 billion cameras in this place, that's all. 1 billion cameras, and they're all aimed at me. Better if they were guns. You know, I'd kill myself if I thought it'd keep him from reading my thoughts. But he'd probably just dig up my corpse, plug out my spine, and shove it into some computer. Is that even possible? Can people really do that yet? Oh, God. My only choice is to keep drinking. Just keep drinking until my mind resembles an overcooked asparagus. I think I'm halfway there, I think. Every brain cell I drown is one less piece of evidence that bastard's thought police can turn against me. Booze is the best degaussing gun. Okay, I gotta go. Remember, don't trust me. Not even anyone.
You've found one of the developers.
Situation is clear.
Let's go for the steal. Get your grubby mitts off me! Let's see what he's got on him. I got something. Quicken the taser. He almost got me.
The developers at Miklos Studio say their game is about outer space, but I have a different theory. Out there is really about the space between us. I imagine they set out to paint a picture of the vast perplexity of the unknown, but when I'm out there, I'm making last-ditch efforts to save my ship from destruction, all the while contemplating the loneliness of my own existence.
Look, pepper spray. Good idea. My battery was running low.
Welcome to my domain. See anything you like. Leaving so soon.
Good thinking. I don't know about this.
Zager's poisoned manifestos. More fuel for the fire.
What? What is this? Mon Dieu. Banning the children's access to such fundamental literature was not enough. Now he believes these books have been smuggled into the dorms. Please let the headmaster know that I shall investigate this, despite his suspicions being not only unwarranted, but mildly insulting.
Madame, do you really want me to tell him that?
All but the last part.
The girl should be extra careful going forward. Looks like Mireille knows she has escaped from the brig. Mireille's liberal arts education is of little benefit in this crushing environment. I wonder if she would even recognize her former, idealistic self. A cell phone charger, worthless without the phone, but no less dangerous as contraband.
I don't don't trust that. I'll hold on to this.
Voltaire suffers from the core flaw of satire. He manifests the very villainy he intends to lampoon. Do we want the women in our Republique to believe themselves currency in Voltaire's economy of sexual exchange? Intended or no, this preserves ancient viciousness against women and would justifiably lead half our citizens into unproductive rage. Customs agents across Europe once refused Candide passage. We must persevere where they have relaxed.
It's locked. I'm stuck.